Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is ACIM Lesson 102. And the lesson for today is it's absolutely beautiful. It's simply, I share God's will for happiness for me. Today we're bringing you a really transformative explainer focused entirely on finding true, lasting happiness by unpacking this specific, profound wisdom. We're going to look closely at what might be, blocking your joy, and more importantly, the exact practical steps you can take today to reclaim it. If you've ever felt like you're just dragging around a heavy burden that you literally can't seem to shake, well, this explainer is designed perfectly for you.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our guiding star for this entire session is right here. I share God's will for happiness for me. I mean, it sounds nice, right? But it's actually incredibly radical. This isn't just some, fluffy affirmation you tape to your bathroom mirror. It's a fundamental shift in how you view your whole existence. The text is basically telling us that ultimate, perfect happiness isn't something you have to barter for or fight tooth and nail for or earn through a bunch of hardship. It is, quite literally, the only thing meant for you. But to truly accept this, well, we first have to look at what's standing in our way.
So, I want you to answer a question honestly in your own mind right now. Does suffering actually buy you anything? The source text makes this fascinating observation. It says that deep down you might still believe, even just a tiny little bit, that suffering buys you something you want. Like maybe you think it earns you sympathy, or that struggling somehow makes you more deserving of a reward down the line, or that clinging to pain is, projecting you somehow. But the text challenges us to really question that logic. It points out that this belief in the value of suffering, it's probably already shaken in your mind. You're probably starting to suspect that holding on to all this pain really makes absolutely no sense. And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict we face. The myth we've been conditioned to believe for so long is that pain accomplishes something, that it has real power, a real cause, and can somehow purchase what we want. But the truth, as outlined in today's lesson, is the exact opposite. The text urges us to realize that pain is completely purposeless. It has no cause. It literally has no power to accomplish anything at all. It cannot purchase a single thing. It offers nothing. And taking it even a massive step further, the text states that pain doesn't even truly exist in the realm of ultimate reality. And everything you think it offers you is just as non-existent. Crazy, right? Which brings us to one of the most liberating lines in the entire text. Because pain offers nothing and accomplishes absolutely nothing, the roots that once tightly secured this belief in the dark, hidden places of your mind, they're actually incredibly weak. They are losing their hold as we speak. And because of this, the text declares, you have been slave to nothing. Just think about the sheer freedom in that statement. The heavy chains of suffering you thought you were tied down by are completely illusions. You are completely free today, right in this very moment, to let go of this empty slavery and join what the text calls the happy will of God.
All right, moving into Section 1, the reality of your function, moving from pain to peace.
So, if we're finally dropping this illusion of pain, what exactly are we picking up in its place? Well, when we let go of that false idol of suffering, this vast, beautiful space opens up in our minds. Now, often, when we hear the word function, we immediately think of like a job description, a chore, a duty, some heavy burden we're forced to carry out. But the text redefines this completely. It states very, very clearly, your only function here is happiness. That's it. God's will and your true function are exactly the same thing. It is not a task you have to perform for the world. It is simply an acceptance of your natural state. You don't have to be anything less than loving and happy, because that is exactly how you were created. And this function, it's just sitting there waiting for your choice, deep within your mind. So the crucial point is understanding what accepting this function actually gives you. When you reach that happiness placed within you, you weren't just getting some fleeting moment of joy that fades away. No, this happiness is your true home. It's where your ultimate safety is found. It's where you find profound peace, completely absent of any fear whatsoever. It's described as your salvation. And perhaps most beautifully for anyone who just feels exhausted by life right now, it is rest at last. By choosing happiness, you're actively choosing to finally put down the armor and just rest.
Now for Section 2, your daily practice plan, how to apply Lesson 102.
Understanding all this conceptually is wonderful, but the text is highly practical. We need to actually experience this rest and safety today. So I want you to burn this number into your mind, 5. This represents the 5-minute rests that the lesson asks you to take every single hour today. For several days, the text notes, we are devoting these longer 5-minute practice periods to actively reaching for this inherent happiness. 5 minutes. It's really not a lot of time, but done consistently, it will completely rewire your focus.
Okay, so here is the exact step-by-step framework for your day. First, you commit to resting for 5 minutes every single hour. Just carve it out. During that time, your goal is simply step 2. Accept happiness as your function. And then step 3, which is totally crucial for keeping your momentum going, even besides those hourly 5-minute rests, you need to pause frequently throughout the day. We're talking just for a few seconds. Pause and tell yourself that you have now accepted happiness as your one and only function. You're just gently reminding yourself that you're joining with a higher will in doing this. So when you actually sit down for those 5-minute rests every hour, this is exactly how you begin. You accept this truth by telling yourself, I share God's will for happiness for me, and I accept it as my function now. Really say it slowly. Say it intentionally. And after you say this, the text instructs you to just seek this function deep within your mind. It's already there. It's just waiting for you to choose it. And the text offers this really beautiful promise here. It says you cannot fail to find it when you truly learn that it is your choice and that you share God's will.
As we start to wrap up the core of this lesson, I want to leave you with this anchor once again. I share God's will for happiness for me. Honestly, if you take nothing else away from this explainer today, let it be this one sentence. Write it down on a sticky note, make it your phone background, whatever you need to do, because this is the absolute key to unlocking that deep inner peace. You are not meant to suffer. You are meant to share in a profound, limitless happiness.
Let's just lock in the practice summary one last time so you know exactly what to do when this explainer ends. Your commitment today is super simple but incredibly powerful. Take those 5-minute rests every single hour to seek that happiness within your mind. And in between those hours, take frequent, brief little pauses to consciously remind yourself that you accept happiness as your only function. It's all about just a consistent, gentle redirection of your mind away from pain and right back toward peace.
If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to continue exploring structured, clear insights like this, please take a quick second to like this explainer and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring more of this content directly to you. Now, I want to leave you with one final, kind of provocative question to carry into your day. When things inevitably get tough, will you fall back and choose the purposeless illusion of suffering? Or will you take a deep breath, remember your practice, and choose your true, natural function of happiness? The choice is entirely yours. Have a wonderful, truly happy day.